There was a time in history
Mhm.
when the universal thought and belief was that the Earth was flat.
Yeah.
Now we might have some flat
Well,
earthers watching us
I
yeah.
still,
know we have
honestly,
some flat earthers watching, actually.
but
Listen up.
uh,
Welcome.
for the sake of what I'm saying is this is a body of knowledge,
Yeah.
right? That everyone believes, everyone agrees on, that is later through some other epistemic information that's provided,
Mhm.
it's overturned. And what we find is that just because it was universal at one time doesn't guarantee the objective reality of it.
Mm.
Mhm.
And this is really what we're talking about is subjectivity versus objectivity, right? And so I can state an opinion. Something subjective would be like, uh, tacos are better than hamburgers, right?
Factual.
That might actually be objective,
Yeah.
but but that is relative from
Yeah.
person to person,
Right.
Right.
right? But if I say 2 + 2 = 4, well, this is an objective fact. This is something that is true, independent of my knowledge of it. Maybe I don't know it. Maybe I don't. I would even agree with maybe the Marxists and say even if I don't have access to it, it doesn't change whether or not this thing is real. And the fact that we're making moral judgments shows that we all do believe in some sense that we have
Right.
an ability to ascertain the
Mm.
truth.
Right. It's
Mm.
just
Yeah.
hardwired into us. We have to make these kinds of
You
judgments
can't live
as
life
if,
without it doing it.
and that's a favorite phrase of a lot of pragmatic philosophers, but
Mhm.
as if they were true. And Caleb, what you're saying, if I hear you correctly, is that this as if is kind of hardwired into us. We have to assume an objectivity, whether or not we can prove it or whether or not we're mistaken about what exactly is objectively true.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say on that subject is because if we don't at least play the game, which
Mhm.
I'm making the argument that it's not a game, right? That this is a feature of reality, and the fact that we should um, operate as if we have access to the truth about moral values and duties, um, is because if we don't, we will collapse into a form of radical skepticism that is unlivable.
Right.